All right, let's get started in Balasana, child's pose. Let's bring the big toes together. Let's sink back into our heels. Let's begin by taking a deep breath in through our nose. And exhale, let it go out your mouth. And again, let's take a full breath in and out. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Let's find some stillness. Let's feel our hips sink, melt back towards our heels. Let's extend the arms out long in front of us, spreading those fingers out nice and wide. And let's come into our breath. Let's relax the mouth, relax the jaw, and just breathe. Allowing yourself to arrive here right now on your mat. Physically, mentally, and emotionally. Giving yourself this time to just slow down a bit. Be in your body with breath. I was getting takeout last night, and I went to go pick it up and parked my car, and I started running, like, to the food place. And this guy in a van or something slowed down next to me, and he's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yes." And he's like, "Do you need a ride?" And I'm like, "No." And then, disregarding me, that was just awkward. I thought to myself, why am I running? Like, slow down. So for our practice, let's take this time on our mat, just slow down a bit. Not worrying or thinking about all the chaos. Just appreciating and being here. So let's extend our arms out just a little bit further away from us so the forearms begin to lift. And we can just lengthen our spine. Let's begin to walk ourselves over to the left. Just enough so that we can start to create some space along the right side of our body. If you want, maybe grab a hold of that right wrist, giving it a slight little nudge. And just breathing here. Feeling the expansion in the right side of the rib cage. I'll take one more breath here. Inhale, let's walk ourselves back to center. And then exhale, let's make our way over to the opposite side. And we'll pause here, breathing expansion along the left side of the body. And again, if you wish to grab a hold of that left wrist, just give it a slight little nudge. Breathing here. We'll take one more breath. And inhale, let's bring ourselves back to center. And we'll take our exhale there. And inhale, let's rise on up. Let's make our way to our tabletop. Let's bring those wrists directly in line with the shoulders, knees in line with the hips. And again, we're spreading the fingers out nice and wide, feeling our hands connect into the earth. And let's inhale, let's drop the stomach, lift the gaze, let's pull the heart through into cat. And as you exhale, let's round in, tuck the chin, come to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Let's start to move here with our breath. And move in at your own pace. Again, maybe you take it just a little bit slower than you normally would. As always, feeling free to maybe add any additional movements, maybe some sway to those hips, moving to the shoulders, into the neck. Let's take one more round of our cat-cow. And we'll pause, just find a neutral alignment to the spine. And let's begin to walk our hands just a little bit ahead of the shoulders. And let's lift the hips up and back, coming into our first downward dog. And before you settle in, maybe pedaling out the feet, sway the hips, maybe shake the head out a little bit, open and close the mouth. And eventually finding some stillness. The hamstrings, or if you're really heavy in the shoulders, maybe place a slight bend into the hips. Let's let the gaze be up towards the navel. And breathing here. And inhale, let's put our gaze in between the thumbs. Let's make our way to the top of our mat. Coming into a forward fold. Let's just hang out here for a couple rounds of breath. Let's bend the knees as much as we need to so that our belly touches the tops of our thighs. And then maybe we're grabbing a hold of opposite elbows. If you want to find a little movement, sway to the hips. And let's just really let the head release. There's no worries. Let's release the elbows if they're not already. Let's take hands to earth or to shins. And let's inhale, halfway lift, extend the spine. Exhale, let's bow in. Let's just do that 2 more times. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold in. And then 1 more time. Draw navel to spine. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale to Uttanasana, fold in. And we'll press down into the feet. Let's slowly start to roll ourselves up. Feeling the body stack. Eventually then reaching those arms up and overhead. Maybe the gaze lifts up towards the palms. And exhale, let's bring hands to heart center. And we'll bring down alongside us into Tadasana. Let's just pause here for a moment. Maybe close the eyes. Just feeling how it is to stand in your body. Grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet. And feeling the crown of your head reach up towards the sky. As you inhale, let's sweep the arms up. As you exhale, hinge at the hips. Let's fold in Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Then exhale, let's plant the hands. Let's step back. Let's come into our plank. Let's bring wrists in line with the shoulders. Again, we're spreading the fingers out nice and wide. Let's press back through the heels. Let's breathe here. Again, slowing down. There's no rush. And connecting to our breath. Noticing how we can feel lighter in our bodies and our minds. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, let's lower all the way down onto our bellies. And then let's lengthen out through the tops of the feet. And allow those kneecaps to lift. And inhale, let's find just a nice easy cobra, feeling light in the hands, collarbones broadening. And then exhale, let's release. We'll do that 2 more times. Let's inhale, lift up, waking up behind the heart, in between the shoulder blades. Exhale, release. And 1 more time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. And we'll curl the toes under. We'll make our way back into our downward dog. So that's through plank, tabletop, maybe that child's pose. We'll take 3 rounds of breath here. Nice in breath. We'll bring the gaze in between our hands, and we'll make our way to the top of our mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt in. Inhale, we'll rise on up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And down alongside you. And we'll move through a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, let's draw belly button to spine, fold in. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, we'll plant the hands, step it back, find your plank. And as you exhale, you can always drop to the knees, or lower all the way down, or to chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend, so either move back into that cobra, or maybe up dog. Exhale, downward dog. As you inhale, we'll again bring the gaze in between the thumbs. We'll step, maybe float to the top of the mat. Inhale, extend the spine. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise up, ground down. Let's reach on up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And down alongside us. And inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale, follow the breath. Let's bow in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant those hands. Find your plank. As you exhale, we'll lower down. And then your choice of back bend. Exhale, downward dog. 3 rounds of breath here. We're just moving through our Surya Namaskar A, perhaps just a little bit slower. There's nothing wrong with slower. Inhale, let's look in between the thumbs. Exhale, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow in. Inhale, rise on up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Bring them down alongside us. We'll flow through 2 more rounds. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, bow in. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, find your plank. As you exhale, we'll lower down to chaturanga or to belly. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, downward dog. Again, 3 breaths here. Relax the jaw. Inhale, let's look in between the thumbs. Exhale, top of mat. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bird from the stars, so let's rise on up, arms lift. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. And down alongside us. Let's just pause here and for a moment into Tadasana. We'll be closing the eyes. Noticing if the body perhaps feels a little bit more warm. Next inhale, we'll sweep those arms up. Exhale, let's fold in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, plant those hands. Step it back. Or lower down, chaturanga or belly. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take a deep breath in through our nose and out. Then we're going to gaze in between our thumbs. Let's bring that right foot in between our hands. So coming into just a nice long runner's lunge. You can always place your hands onto blocks or books, whatever's available to you. And wherever you are, let's inhale, let's sink the hips, let's lift the chest. Exhale, start to lengthen that right leg. We'll bend back into that right knee. Let's plant through our left palm. Let's inhale, find your twist. Reaching that right arm up. And exhale, we'll take the hand down. And let's lower that back knee down. Let's uncurl toes. Let's engage through the legs. Let's inhale. Let's come on up. Let's come into Anjaneyasana. We'll breathe here. Maybe lifting the gaze up slightly. Nice open chest. Now let's take an inhale. As you exhale, let's take the hands down to frame that right foot. We'll lift the back leg. Let's step it back. Find your plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Find your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. We're gonna gaze in between the thumbs. Now let's set that left foot in between our hands. Finding that nice long runner's lunge. Propping yourself up as needed. And once you're there, let's inhale, sink the hips, lift the chest. And exhale, we'll start to lengthen that left leg back. Any amount. And we'll bend back into that left knee. Plant the right palm. Let's inhale, stack those shoulders. Maybe the gaze goes up towards that left hand. We're spreading the fingers out nice and wide. Exhale, we'll lower the left hand down. And we'll lower the back knee, uncurl toes. As you're ready, inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Just settling in here, and slowing down, and feeling how it is to be in the body, in your body. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, lower the hands. We'll pick our back leg up, and we'll step it back, find our plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. Three full rounds of breath. Just pausing. And inhale, let's float out into our plank. And exhale, let's lower all the way down onto our bellies. We'll uncurl the toes. Just move into the hips a little bit, lengthen out. And let's just bring our palms, our hands to stack. Just let the forehead rest for a moment. We'll lift our head. Let's bring our arms alongside us. And we're just gonna wake up the back body, our posterior chain, just a bit. So on your next inhale, let's keep the palms down and let's lift up just like we would for a cobra. Keeping the neck nice and long. And exhale, let's release. Let the forehead rest. And then inhale, we're gonna lift our torso up, our chest up, and then let's press down into that left foot, and let's lift that right leg up. Doesn't matter how high it goes. Really drawing the front part of our leg into the back part of our leg. Doing that right hamstring. We start to heat up a bit. And then exhale, release. Let the forehead rest. Maybe shimmy out the hips. And inhale. Once again, we'll start by lifting our chest up. And then let's press down to the top of that right foot to engage that left hamstring now. And you can just lift the leg up slightly. And exhale, let's release it all out. Let the forehead rest, and maybe shimmy into the hips. And then now, we're gonna lift, once again, our chest up. This time, maybe the arms lift up slightly. And then we're gonna engage both of the legs. And let's lift on up. Breathing here. Each inhale, maybe just feel yourself lift up just a little bit more. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, let's release. And we'll bring the hands, let's just rest the forehead on top of them again. We kind of move into the hips a bit. And we'll lift the forehead, let's bring our hands back in line with the shoulders. Let's sink our hips back for a moment, coming into that balasana. And inhale, let's prepare to lift back up. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, let's step that right foot in between our hands. Once again, finding that nice long runner's lunge. And inhale, we'll sink into the hips, we'll lift the chest. Exhale, lengthening that right leg back any amount. And then bending back into that right knee, left hand down. Inhale, open up. And exhale, we'll take the hand down. This time we're gonna come into Virabhadrasana 1. So we're gonna plant that back foot 45 degrees. And then we'll allow the feet to be about hip width distance. Let's press down into the feet, rise up and up. Coming into our Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. As best you can, just square the shoulders towards the front of the room. Maybe the gaze lifts up. Being like a nice, strong, peaceful warrior. As you exhale, we're gonna interlace those hands back behind us. Now let's draw the knuckles down. Let's lift the chest, take an inhale. And then exhale, lead with the chest. Let's fold forward. I'm do the humble warrior. Stay nice and active through the legs, energetically drawing those feet in towards one another. Letting the head go heavy, relax the jaw. Exhale, let's release our hands to our low back. And then we're gonna bring them down a little bit ahead of our right foot. So if you have blocks, you can also place your hands on the blocks. Let's set a drishti, a focus point. And then we're gonna inhale, let's lift that left leg up. So coming into a modified variation of your Drasana 3. Let's just pause here for a moment, keeping our hands down. Maybe looking back at that left leg, making sure all 5 toes are pointing down. And we're really feeling nice and active in that left leg. Just like we did on our bellies, engaging that left hamstring. You can always keep a slight little bend into that right knee as needed. Softening the mouth. And exhale, let's release. We'll plant the hands, let's step it back, rinse it out. We'll take 3 full rounds of breath here. Inhale, bring the gaze in between our our hands. Let's step our left foot in between the hands. So starting off again with that nice long runner's lunge. And once we're there, inhale, sink into the hips, open the chest. Exhale, start to lengthen that left leg. Bend back into that left knee, right hand down. Let's inhale, open it up. And exhale, we'll take the hand down. We'll plant that back foot. Once again, 45 degrees. Inhale, let's rise and up, finding your Drasana 1 and now on the left. And we're squaring off those shoulders. Nice open chest here, strong through those legs. Take an inhale. Exhale, we'll interlace those hands once again back behind us. We'll draw the knuckles down, we'll lift the chest, and then lead with the heart, fold forward. Release the neck. Just let everything go here. Let's release our hands for a low back. And we'll place them a little bit ahead of that left foot. And then we'll come up onto those right toes. Let's find our drishti. Again, you can always place your hands on blocks here. Let's engage that right hamstring. We'll lift the right leg up, coming into just a modified Virabhadrasana 3. And maybe we keep a slight little bend into that left knee. Maybe you peek back with your right toes. Saying hello. Allowing them to point down. And just breathing here. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, we'll lower the right foot back down. We'll step the left foot back. Let's rinse it out. Let's take a deep breath in and out. Let's inhale, we'll step that right foot in between our hands. And then this time we're gonna find our way just right into our Virabhadrasana 1. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, we'll take our hands to our hips. We're gonna come up high onto our left toes. We're gonna make our way to a fuller variation of Virabhadrasana 3. So let's start to hinge forward. And then let's press down into that right foot. And we'll make our way into Virabhadrasana 3. Like before, you can always have the hands down. Maybe there's a slight bend. Hands can come to heart center. Feeling the back of the body engage, as well as the front, drawing navel to spine. If you wobble or wiggle, that's okay, you're human. Just appreciating that you can stand on one leg, slowing down enough to appreciate that sensation. And let's take an inhale. Exhale, let's release all that out. If you want to maybe lengthen that right leg back for a moment. And we'll bend back in. Exhale, rinse out, or just meet back into your downward dog. Inhale, we'll step that left foot in between the hands. Back foot will plant. Inhale, we'll rise on up, Vira 1. And again, we'll start with the hands, maybe to the hips. We'll set our drishti, our focus point. Let's start by coming up high onto our right toes. And then we start to hinge forward. Again, keep the chest nice and lifted, belly button to spine. As you're ready, move with breath, finding your Virabhadrasana 3. So any arm variation that feels the best. And hands can always be down, heart center. Maybe you reach behind you. Again, pausing here, breathe. Relax the jaw. Noticing maybe if this side feels a little bit different. Again, appreciating that you're slowing down enough today to stand on one leg. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, release. Again, you want to lengthen that left leg back for a moment. And we'll bend back in. We'll rinse it out. Taking our final vinyasa here. Exhale, downward dog. Let's lower the knees. Let's find Balasana for a moment. We wiggle into the hips so that feels good. And we'll lift that up. We'll make our way onto our butt. Let's extend the legs out nice and long to move the flesh out from those sitting bones. Coming into Dandasana, let's take the arms alongside us. Let's press down into the palms. Let's lift up nice and tall. And inhale, let's reach the arms up. And then exhale, let's fold ourselves in. Relax the shoulders, let the head go. Nice in breath. Just lift up slightly halfway, wherever that is. And then let's slowly start to roll down onto our backs. Just one vertebrae at a time. We'll gently draw those knees in towards our chest. If you're off your mat, maybe scooting back up. And we'll hug those knees in. We rock a few times. We'll rinse out here. Let's open the arms out to the shape of a T, palms up. Let's let the knees drop off to the left. Adjusting the height as you need to. The gaze is over that right shoulder. beginning to unwind. Bring that right arm in. Bring both of the knees back into our chest. Hug it in. Open those arms back up. Exhale, dropping the knees and off to the right. Returning the gaze over that left shoulder. And just rinsing out, letting go. We'll bring that left arm in. We'll bring both of the knees back into our chest. Let's find a full body stretch. Let's reach the arms and legs away from us. And exhale, let's bring the arms alongside us, palms up. Let's open up the legs, allow the feet to float open. Just taking up some space. Let's close the eyes. Let's enjoy this moment. And slowing down. Allowing ourselves to be here right now. Let's take a full breath in and out. bring our awareness back to our breath. Slowly starting to reawaken back into our physical body. Finding gentle movement in our toes, in our feet, ankles. Starting to find that movement in our hands, wrists, fingers. Gently turn the head from side to side. Bring the knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice hug. Let's roll on to one side, coming into the fetal position, and just pausing here. Inhale, let's start to rise up, coming into a comfortable seated position. Let's close the eyes, rest our hands on top of the knees or on our lap. Breathing here. Thanking yourself for coming to your mat. Giving yourself this time to slow down. Knowing that slowing down is okay. Inhale, let's reach our arms up towards the sky. And exhale, let's bring our thumbs down to heart center. We'll humbly bow our chin towards our heart. And let's take a deep breath in and out. The light within me bows to the light within all of you. Namaste.